Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Can you believe it's Thursday already? Yeah, getting ready for another weekend. This will bring in, or is it a better way to word it, ring in the new year. We are at New Year's as it comes in this weekend. Another year is come and gone, and boy, it's been a great year. We do hope we will prosper and have another great year. Don't forget those black-eyed peas and greens coming up for New Year's. Make sure you got that. As we quickly look over the Meridian Honda radar, this is what we're showing this morning. We do have some showers to the north of us and a little bit to the south. It's going to be sunny today. This will burn off pretty quick. As we go into this, we are showing some showers here in the northwest corner of Neshoba County as we go up into these areas here. This is going to be right out past Arlington Baptist Church in that area. Carthage getting if you're headed to Carthage this morning, Edinburgh getting wet, and then somewhere around there it'll pick up around Marshall Ford on past, gets heavier past the casinos there on Highway 16, showing a little bit there. Also in Winston County, and light showers up around French Camp, Stark Vegas, those areas. And as I mentioned, a little bit here to the southwest, west of Meridian there, due south of Forest, some showers right along in there this morning, west of Montrose. Nothing serious there on Highway 35, and also showers on Highway 501. Nothing too bad, just a little sprinkle or two, but again, this will make way later today for sunshine and high of 71. Can you believe we were in the negatives or single digits, and now we're at 71? Only in the deep south, isn't it? Happens all the time. Good morning to so many of you already up and at 'em. Cup of coffee coming. Don't forget, as we've made mention several times, we're going to be moving the time of the morning show from 8 a.m. until 7 a.m. This will take place January the 16th. We will move over 1 hour behind, begin at 7 a.m., moving forward from there on Fox 30 here at YouTube and also on Facebook. So I hope you'll join us as we make that little bit of a time adjustment there. And as Candace made her announcement yesterday, she will be stepping down. She's going to be taking care of some things at home, and we'll be naming a new co-host very soon. All that's up and coming in a week or so. Time's a flying, isn't it? Also, we'll probably move this show to around 6 a.m. Give us time to get everything ready for the 7 o'clock show. So a few changes as we go into 2023. Whew. Well, let's go on out to the Baptist Church this morning there in Collinsville, the First Baptist there. David Hogg's got a little message for us this morning. Let's see what he's got to say.
Have you ever been inconvenienced by a travel warning? This time of year, there are all kinds of shutdowns and slowdowns due to weather, and most of us have had to scramble to change our plans. Last winter, I was trying to get home from a conference in Fort Worth, Texas, when a blanket of ice and snow shut down my flight. I was losing my mind trying to figure out how to get home for Sunday service, and ended up having to rent a car and drive from DFW to Jackson, where my wife picked me up and brought me back to Collinsville. It was crazy and unexpected, but I made it home safe. Well, something very similar happened to Jesus' family, according to Matthew's Gospel. After his birth, Joseph was warned not to go home by an angel, so he fled to Egypt. And after several years, he was told in a dream that it was safe to return to Israel. But while they were en route, he was warned again not to go into Judea, so he took his family to Galilee, to a town called Nazareth. Though Joseph didn't know it, all of these things were a fulfillment of prophecy. The travel plans weren't what Mary and Joseph intended, but God's hand was in it, and the Lord kept all of them safe until his purposes were accomplished in their lives. When circumstances change, lean on the Lord and trust his direction, because his purposes will always be fulfilled. A man's heart plans his course, but the Lord directs his steps. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Yeah, and a big thank you there. All those travel plans. Know where you're heading in the end. I urge you to. Again, I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome. So glad to have many of you up and at 'em today as we all get ready for this. I do hope it's a wonderful day in store for you. Boy, there's been a lot of mishaps with fires. We'll tell you about that here in just a few moments. Matter of fact, overnight, as we look at things that went on in the Meridian area, we had a car fire overnight. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick here where all that went down. I've got it almost handy as we pull this up. Yeah, no, that's a car fire. because I'm telling you, there's a bunch of them. I'm on the wrong part of the page there to share everything. I don't know how that happened. But we did have one last night, and I'm almost there. No, I'm not, because that didn't refresh. You ever have those days? Well, I got one of those. 29th Avenue is where that took place. 29th Avenue and Interchange, as my computer thinks about updating so we can share that with you. Here that is right here. Let's show you that. This happened again overnight. Meridian Fire Department was able to put that out, but the car didn't turn out so well for them. We also had an accident just a little bit ago. The highway and byway is all cleared up now, but we did have an accident there at 10th Avenue earlier this morning. As Meridian Police Department came up on it, Metro responded as well. That was at 23rd Avenue and 10th Avenue. We do hope everyone is doing okay from that. Those things happen. We'll get into a lot of grass fires and things that went on last night also. It was an abundance of that as we go around and take a look at the different things that went on. Whynot? Let's talk about that. Did y'all see all this? Did you hear sirens headed out Highway 19? Here we go. This is the scene from the road. Now, off here in the bushes is a train. Let's take a closer look at that. There's the train there. What went on? It was reported that a fire broke out. And I'm telling you, emergency responders went to that immediately, and it ended up being a fire in the cabin in the air filter. It was quickly extinguished and all was okay, but precautionary steps were taken, and there was a lot of fire trucks. Everybody was curious what was going on. We got a picture yesterday, and I got confused when we first got it. Now, I misspoke at first as we looked at this. This is the 22nd Avenue Bridge, and if you'll notice that stop sign, a little bit too tall. This is for the railroad access that runs beside that. It's a little taller than it normally is. It needs to be a tad bit lower, and it was causing a little bit of confusion of people pausing at the end of that thinking they had to stop. That's what that was all about. So hopefully they'll get that kind of taken care of today. We'll remind everybody at 7 o'clock on that as well. Highway 494, there was a brush fire yesterday afternoon as well. Right on over to Hunter Ridge Road, another brush fire. Even though we've had some rain, not enough to calm things just yet. So y'all be careful. Anything that's thrown out, or if you drive over anything in your vehicle, make absolutely sure that it doesn't spark a fire. A lot of that going on right now. Now, there is a lot of rain coming into the forecast that we will talk about here in a few moments. It's probably going to dampen a lot. Also, the threat of severe weather moves into the forecast on Monday night. We want you to be ready for that. Be on the lookout. I think they may have a lead or two, but no one, this has not been solved as of yet as we pull this up to show you what's going on. A stolen vehicle here. As you'll look at this, these are used to ride in the mud. If you've seen this, it was taken from the Damascus area there, Highway 495, south of DeKalb. You can contact Kemper County Sheriff's Department, 743-4880, if you happen to know anything about that. I think they've got a reward out for that to be returned. I don't know if you've ever priced those, but that's not cheap. Very expensive piece of machinery that was taken. We do hope that it's found. Again, if you've seen that, anything that looks like that, more than welcome to contact me, and I can pass along the information if you need to. Or the Kemper County Sheriff's Department. The Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department has been extremely busy. As I saw Chief Deputy Ward Calhoun yesterday on the streets of Meridian. They were out busy. They've made an arrest in this. I don't know if you've had a chance to read this. Commercial burglary. 2 businesses were recently burglarized, and they have proof enough that an arrest was made for Grerory Corsello. Awaits to go before a judge, being detained in the Lauderdale County Jail at this point in time. We'll find out more about this as this progresses forward. Again, guilty, innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, but an arrest has been made. We got this yesterday afternoon. This breaks your heart to even think that a child is out there and in danger. As we go to the MBI, Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, as they are looking for endangered child. 7-year-old Hazel G. Payne and 1-year-old Eden Payne, 1-year-old Willow. They're all missing there, most likely dealing with a parent as we look at that, as authorities look for them. Hopefully everybody will be found safe and sound. We've got that on our page if you hadn't had a chance to look at that. So we certainly Certainly hope you will. And if somebody sees something, say something there. Let's see what else we got. Louisville, we've talked about this several times. They've had some major water issues. If you live in the Louisville area, I'm not hiding anything from you. Water was off. It's back up now, and y'all have a boil water notice if you're in the Louisville area there. Make sure to do that. Don't be drinking anything at this point. Van Cleve, Mississippi. Anybody know what I'm talking about when I say Van Cleve? Well, the word is out that a $1 million lottery ticket has been sold in Van Cleve. Waiting on that owner to claim that. It was purchased there at a local gas station. Somebody has won some money. That means coming up, the next drawing on Friday? That Mega Millions should be up over $600 million at this point. No winner yet. A lot of folks hoping it could be their turn to win. We wish you luck with that. But a $1 million winner from the state of Mississippi, that is good. Lee County had an accident near Tupelo not long ago this week. Someone was killed in the wreck. We certainly hate that has happened. Been identified as a 37-year-old Sashina Wisco, Houston, Mississippi. Passed away in that. How horrible that is to lose a loved one this time of year in a car accident. As I tease our friends just due north of here, when was the last time you passed through Sugar Lock? It wasn't long ago that we said the town, is it a new marshal? Y'all got to patrol the streets. Y'all had a lot going on here lately in Sugar Lock. We had the fire the other night there at Sugar Lock Lumber Company. And now what happens? Whoop, town ordinance is brand spanking new. This is going to shake some folks up. Can't be shooting fireworks in the city limits of Sugar Lock. I'm sure they'll write you a ticket. Yeah, it's a new one. It'll take some getting used to. They got that in most cities. Kind of hard to enforce. Let's see here. We have nationwide as we look at our next story this morning. It's just a bad situation. Have you ever put yourself in being an officer? I'm not saying what he did was right. He's been fired for what he done. But as you make an arrest, you put him in a patrol car and you go to take him inside the booking to have them booked there at the county jail. You get them out of the car and they sit on the ground. They won't go anywhere. Well, the proper protocol is you call for backup inside and someone comes and helps you out. And the Florida deputy, well, he just didn't take that time. She was kicking and screaming and hollering. He drug her all the way through the parking garage, right up there to the booking agency. They did an investigation and he's been relieved of his duties as a police officer. Bad deal, bad deal. Should she have listened to him? She sure should have. He should have followed protocol, and that's what the police department found on that. We do see that Highway 11 as we go to Picayune. That's due south of here. If you ever driven near the coast there, we had someone perish in a wreck also there on Highway 11 there. 37-year-old gentleman named William Jones passed away in a car wreck. Again, we also pass condolences to his family. That's just not good. I don't know what the charge is. Well, I do know what the charge is. I don't know what the time that you get for this. So you've got 3 DUIs. You get pulled over and whoops, you've been drinking again. That makes number 4. It's a felony. I'm not sure how many years you'll get for that, but a Mississippi man is getting ready to find out. The Oxford police arrested Bruce Cannon, 40 years old. 4th time's a charm. He'll be going somewhere before long. Y'all been paying attention nationally? What's going on? What was is it Good Morning America? The 2 that were on there as co-hosts were having a fling. Both of them were married and they got busted. The gentleman is now filed for divorce from his wife. His name is T.J. Holmes. I had no idea what his name was until yesterday. And somebody said, "Did you see what happened to T.J.?" And I said, "Who?" And it's the guy from Good Morning America. And I honestly didn't know that. But he's officially filed for divorce as him and Lover Girl go to Georgia on a trip. Romantic getaway. They've been replaced. They're on permanent lockdown at this point there. We'll save that story there till 8 o'clock this morning. As we don't know the explanation of this, I think all of us can most likely guess, but the January 6th committee, do y'all remember that? They've withdrawn the subpoena for Trump. Trump says, well, they know I've done nothing wrong. But they've dropped the subpoena to have him come talk. They say it's no longer needed. They've been talking about this for years, haven't they? On and on and on. But they've dropped the subpoena. Why? We don't know the actual, their reasoning. They have not released a statement on that. As soon as we get that, we'll let you know that. This is even sadder as I look at these stories. Y'all remember the young man that was 10 years old? We talked about this a few weeks ago. It may have happened around Thanksgiving where a young man killed his mother because she wouldn't buy him. I think it was some headset that he wanted. He killed his mother. He's in jail now. Grandmother said she's just going to get ready to cut off communication with her because all he's really worried about is his gadgets at home, asking her to make sure that no one has messed with them. Where are we headed? Really makes you think, doesn't it? That's a headline there of what's happening there. Louisiana, a home burned. They found a body inside. They have now arrested a teenager with connection to it. Hadn't put all the pieces together, but an arrest has been made. We see this more and more. And I'm not just harping on younger generations, but it certainly does seem to be where the crime rate is right now. Why would this happen? We'll wait and see what Louisiana has to tell us on this story also. We're going to do your forecast next, find out all about what's going on. All that's up and coming as we begin your day here at the Scotty Ray Report. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Red potatoes, a 5-pound bag, $3.99. White or red onions, 99 cents a pound. Coca-Cola products, a 6-pack, 3 for $12. Bryan sliced bacon, 12-ounce package, $3.79. Twin-pack Boston butt, $1.39 a pound. And certified Angus beef New York strip steaks, $8.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. As I said, already 54 degrees this morning as we begin our day. Not bad at all as we look at this. A few of the comments that are coming in this morning. JT, how are you doing? Glad to see you there. Lonnie said that's one of the reasons as we were talking about being a police officer. Not a lot of people are lining up for that job. Joe says, isn't it illegal to shoot a gun in Meridian? Certainly is. Boy, that law just made them stop, didn't it? Yeah, we know how that is. Criminals are going to be criminals. We'll talk a little bit more about that also beginning at 8 o'clock this morning. Thank y'all for joining us. Let's get into your forecast now and see what it has to offer for the day.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Those record highs and record lows back in 21, 1 year ago today. It was a high of 84 degrees. We're getting warmer. We're getting to 70-something today. Back in 1894, we had a record of 9 degrees set on this date. We look at today, a clear sky, 71. We do have those rain chances that we saw on radar happening now in the Mississippi Delta. The Meridian area looks good, though. As we move toward Bama, a chance of a slight shower over there as well early, making way for 68 later today. As we look at this, we want to remind you as the threat of some severe weather moves into the area. 2 things to be concerned about. We're going to get some rain tomorrow night, possibly 2 to 3 inches, locally heavy at time. This will be Friday afternoon through Friday night is what we're looking at. One thing that we want to pay close attention to is this next storm system. I've been watching this. This is a possibility that we will get severe weather. And when I say severe weather, we're talking tornadic activity. If you'll look at the, let me put this back here so you can see this. This is where we are right now. The Meridian area, we'll call it a level 1. As you move just west of here, it's a level 2, taking in Scott County, the extreme northwest corner of Neshoba County, and the right at Louisville, right there at the line at Lake Teocata and west is a level 2. Now, this is for late Tuesday, Monday night into Tuesday morning. So this is going to change. Is it a chance that this could move over? Yes. So we'll watch this very, very closely over the next few days. Be ready for this. If you don't follow my page, make sure to do that. We'll be here with any watches, warnings that occur throughout the evening and nighttime hours to let you know what the weather's doing. Very important that we know that. And again, we're days out. You can plan for this. So it might not be a bad idea if you're thinking right now, if you've got a place to spend the night on Tuesday night and you don't have a tornado shelter, spend the night somewhere that's got one. Well worth it there where you don't have to worry. As we look at that map here is what we're looking at right there. That's that area there that it could happen that's moving, and I do expect that to move over. It normally does. It's Mother Nature. It can go either way, but we're going to watch it, and it's just telling us that we need to be aware of what's happening. Remember that last severe round of weather we had, and we don't want a repeat of that. We want you to be prepared for whatever it is that happens. As we look at temperatures, we go back and look at the 6 to 10 day outlook. Warm, and we're right in the center of it, that hot weather and 70-degree weather. We do have a little bit of a smaller cool front making its way toward Texas. Hadn't made it there yet. As we look at our 7-day forecast, brought to you by our friends right there at Wilson Saul. Steel, they'll take care of you there. Let's see here as we pull this up and take a closer look here. 71 today. We'll get to 66 tomorrow. And again, look at that rain chance. 90% chance of rain tomorrow. Going to be a lot, isn't it? As we get to Saturday, down to a 30% chance, but high of about 70. Perfect weather for fireworks and all. As we look across here, 73 on Sunday. And then late Monday is when we'll have that chance of severe weather. 70% chance at this point. Again, rolling into Tuesday as well with some severe weather in the early morning hours. We'll watch it closely to let you know what becomes of it. As we look at the temperatures all the way through the 12th, we'll go all the way to 60. We got one day of 59 there, and it comes across, and we'll stay steady at 60 through about the 12th of the month. It's being a warm winter without a doubt. We look at our best fishing times for today. If you're going to be out and about, not any great times during the daylight hours. We've had it early in the a.m. hours, a chance this morning to about 8 a.m. going on now, and then a chance right there at lunchtime. Medium chance there. South wind 5 to 10, but gusty today, no matter what you're doing with 20-mile-an-hour gust. Your deer feeding times, this is what we've got. It kicked off at 6:30 this morning. It's going to run through 8:30, your best time today. Your second major time will be after dark. You've got a minor chance there around 1:30 to 2:30 if you're going to be out and about. Again, that wind's going to be south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, gusting to 10, so that really affects things. So how long have we got to the new year? Tate's Fireworks lets us know 3 days into the countdown. Be ready for it, located there in Marion and also in Collinsville as we'll bring in the new year. Let's go back and pull up that radar one more time to see what we've got and look at radar. And so we can take a closer look at that and see what you've got. And that is not working right. There we go. No, that's not. I don't know why that's acting up. Sometimes throws a little fit there. Here we go. I'm going back over to radar now so we can take a quick peek, and let's pull that up where you'll see what I see. This is it this morning. Again, up here in the Delta area is where most of our rain is occurring this morning, north of Philadelphia. Let's go on this area here and look up Highway 15, these areas. If you're headed out there, Highway 15 going toward Noxapater, maybe you're traveling 19 out of town by Arlington, some light showers there. 25 has some showers there, all the way up there by J&S, and just cutting short of making it to Lake Teocata. Going to stay just west of there for a few moments. Chances are, if you live in this area here north of us, you get a damp little shower here in a little while. Nothing horrible, but will make the road slick. A little bit too slick there. Be careful with those stop signs. That's a quick look at our weather forecast this morning, what we've got going on. Thank y'all for coming by. We'll be back here in just a little while as we'll bring you the morning show. We'll get underway at 8 a.m. this morning to bring you all the news and headlines that's happening in our area. Won't you join us? Sure hope you will. We'll be back. We'll see you soon from the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: